Hello YouTube, Jedemiah 2005 here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Meteor Machine Meteorstar. So, a while back we did the machine Massigler, Fourze's bike. Now we have the machine Meteorstar, Meteor's bike, and yet once again we find ourselves with a purchase, a figure art that we, something that we've purchased that we look at and go, why did I buy this? Why? Why did I buy it? It's Meteor's bike. But, you decide, I want them all, and you're crazy. And so you buy it. In any case, insane rantings aside, we got the box, just like the Massigler's box. It says, Meteor. This is not Fourze. Machine Meteorstar. It's got the M-Bus satellite, Jupiter, the Galilean moons around it, Meteor on his bike, space, all that stuff. Fourze logo, Machine Meteorstar, Bandai Collector Shop logo, since it was an exclusive. Name up here, and on the sides, and on the back, bike from the back and the front, and then him riding the bike and him standing up next to it, leaning on it. Let's get it out, and it does in fact come with standard bike things, right? We got the bike, we got the little clear wheel stand, and the handlebars, and then 4 hands, he can use while holding on to the bike. So let's get this open. There we go. So let's fix the hands. Bike. Wheel stand, which we will use in a moment. Okay. So let's take a look at the Meteorstar, right? Meteor's bike. Now, Fourze's bike was made to look like a space shuttle. Well, Meteor's is made to look like a satellite, right? We can see, let's look at the front of the bike, right? You get this piece here, almost like the part that beams down the cosmic energy to Meteor, so you can transform. We got the handlebars, and you can see the whole assembly moves in the front here. We've got the suspension in the back, the kickstand, which goes up and down, and then of course see these panels back here, almost like the solar panels on a satellite that keep it working and running and whatnot. And then on the back, right, the rest of the bike, all of it's one piece. And like I said, we have this little wheel stand, which is just like the one that came with the Massigler, and lets it, do this. Stand there without the kickstand, right, like he's riding it. Because you're not going to want him, riding it lean to the side. He's going to stand next to it like that. But if you want him, in a riding it pose, you really want to go with the wheel stand, and it can just be standard, it could be turning, whatever. The cool thing about this wheel stand, and the one that came with the Massigler, is it's clear. You almost don't even see it. It's small. You almost don't even see it. The ones that, or the original wheel stands, I mean, those were big and black and obtrusive, and they stood out like a sore thumb. But this is small and clear plastic. It's barely noticeable. And that's one thing that's cool about it. Now, it does have these extra handlebars. You can see these handlebars are kind of rubbery. I don't want to say flimsy, but they're bendable, but they can be pulled off. And these hard plastic ones can be put on in their place if I turn it the correct direction. And don't be stupid about it. Alright. And that's just one. I'm not going to change both of them. You can see how it's a little bit shinier than the standard rubbery handlebar. And it is a hard plastic. It's not really going to give any like this rubbery one is. I kind of like the rubbery one, though. It almost feels a little more natural to me. Oops, that went in the wrong slot. So we have that, right, the 2 of those. Now let's bring in the king of funny noises, Meteor. Right, let's get the dust off of him. I haven't cleaned him in a while. He's kind of in a corner over here, so. great. So here's Meteor. Alright, still posed. So let's get him out of that. Alright, we can actually kind of like the idea of him standing next to his bike going, woo! Like he's at like a rock concert or something. But as stupid as I am and that sounds, we can't. I still don't know why I laugh at things. We can put him in a bike riding pose, which we'll adjust as we get him on the bike to get it more fluid and natural. Right, we can sit him on there. Let's turn this sideways so I can get a good angle. Now he has less of a seat than Fourze did, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. It could look just like this, but it appears to have less of a seat too. And he can sit like this on it, not even holding the handlebars, and just be sitting there, chilling, doing his thing. You can also, you can have him leaning forward. Right, there are hands that will allow him to grip on, and he'll kind of be in. Let's move his hands, right, just like he's riding a bike, right? He can be riding in action. He didn't really use the bike very much, but Fourze used it a couple of times. But so let's go ahead and get this back up because I think the whole rock pose is funny. So let's get it back like this. So yeah, the whole thing fell over. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Shit. I can't stop laughing now. Meteor, you derp. So we have... So this is the Meteor's bike. Oh, sorry, this is Meteor's bike. It's got these hands that will allow him to grab on, right? That comes with them. And that's fine. But I just don't want to do that because I thought this was funnier. So, it's one of those things that you pick up if you really love Meteor and want the bike. You don't have to. It's kind of a skip. Or if you can get it kind of cheap, I guess, because the bikes are nice. They're not, they're made well. They're not, like, cheap or anything. They're cheaply made, I guess. They're a bit more expensive. But, they're nice to have if you want to do bike poses or... Like you have a Thomasy stage and you want to like get him up in the air on the bike, like something like that craziness or whatever. But what have you. So until next time, you check out the podcast RideRangersRambles.com, bringing you the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible, as you can see, crazy. And as always, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.